Over 60, 4 dangerous seeds you should never touch, and 4 you must eat daily. If you're over 60, this might surprise you. Not all seeds are good for you. In fact, some of the ones we eat every single day could quietly be harming our bodies, speeding up aging, hurting our joints, and even putting our hearts at risk. We've always been told that seeds are healthy, full of fiber, packed with nutrients, and a natural superfood. But here's the truth. Not all seeds are created equal. For seniors, certain seeds can trigger hidden inflammation, make joint pain worse, and even raise the risk of serious health problems. And most people your age have no idea it's happening. One recent study found that a common seed increased inflammation in older adults by over 60% in just 3 weeks. Yet, it's still sold as a heart-healthy snack. That's why in this video, we're uncovering the truth. We'll share the 4 seeds you should avoid completely, and 4 seeds you should be eating every single day to protect your heart, keep your joints strong, and feel more energized. You might be shocked to find that one of the dangerous ones is probably sitting in your pantry right now. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. What seeds do you eat most often? Have you ever noticed any bloating, joint stiffness, or skin changes afterward? Share your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one and respond with tips just for you. Now, let's get started with the seeds you need to cut out right away before they silently take a toll on your health. Number 4, sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds seem harmless, right? They're everywhere in grocery stores, tossed on salads, baked into healthy snack bars, and often promoted as a good source of vitamin E. But here's the surprising truth for seniors. These tiny seeds can quietly create big problems. The issue lies in their fat profile. Sunflower seeds are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. Now, our bodies do need some omega-6 for basic cell functions. But here's where it gets tricky. Too much omega-6, especially without enough omega-3, tips the balance in the wrong direction. Imagine a seesaw. When one side is much heavier, the whole thing becomes unstable. This imbalance quietly drives up inflammation in the body. And for people over 60, that's a serious concern. Why does this matter? Chronic inflammation can stiffen your joints, make your knees ache, cause swelling in your legs, and even contribute to heart problems by damaging blood vessels. What looks like a harmless snack could be fueling pain and fatigue without you realizing it. Let me share Linda's story. She's a 68-year-old grandmother from Ohio who came to us feeling exhausted, frustrated, and struggling with swollen knees. She thought it was just normal aging, but after reviewing her diet, we found she was eating sunflower seeds every single day on salads, in granola, and as snacks. We made one simple change, replacing those sunflower seeds with a mix of chia and flax seeds. Within just 10 days, her swelling began to go down. After 3 weeks, she felt more energetic. Her walking time improved from 10 minutes to nearly 40, and she could keep up with her grandkids again. If you're over 60 and dealing with stiffness, fatigue, or high cholesterol, it may be time to rethink sunflower seeds. Don't worry, there's a better choice: pumpkin seeds. They're rich in zinc and magnesium without the omega-6 overload, and we'll explain why they're a game changer in just a moment. Number 3, cottonseed. This one often slips under the radar. Cottonseed isn't something you sprinkle on food like pumpkin or chia. Instead, it's hiding in the background inside processed crackers, boxed baked goods, and even those light salad dressings many of us switch to when we're trying to eat healthier. That's because cottonseed oil, made from cotton plants, is one of the cheapest oils food manufacturers can use. But cheap doesn't mean safe. Cottonseed contains a natural toxin called gossypol. The plant uses it to protect itself from insects. Unfortunately, in our bodies, especially for those over 60, gossypol can do real damage. It interferes with how our heart sends electrical signals, blocks calcium from entering muscles, and even weakens the way our cells produce energy. In simple words, it can leave you tired, weak, and put your heart at risk. A review in toxicology reports linked gossypol to oxidative stress in heart tissue and disturbances in potassium levels, two major factors for heart rhythm issues and constant fatigue. And here's the kicker: older adults are more vulnerable because their bodies process toxins more slowly, and their electrolytes are already more delicate. Take Robert, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Arizona. He wanted to cut calories after his doctor warned him about weight gain. So he switched to healthier foods, whole grain crackers, granola bars, and fat-free salad dressings. Within weeks, he felt wiped out. His legs cramped at night, and his heart sometimes fluttered, as if skipping a beat. When we reviewed his pantry, nearly every item listed cottonseed oil as a top ingredient. We swapped them for Whole Foods homemade trail mix, hummus with veggies, and salads dressed with extra virgin olive oil. The change in 2 weeks. His cramps stopped. Within 3, his energy returned, and he said he finally felt like himself again. If you're over 60, check your labels. Cottonseed oil is cheap and common, but it doesn't belong in your diet if you want to protect your heart, muscles, and energy. Number 2, sesame seeds. They look harmless sprinkled on hamburger buns, blended into hummus, or drizzled over stir fries. But sesame seeds carry hidden risks for older adults that most people never think about. Here's why sesame seeds contain phytates plant compounds that latch onto essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc. In younger, healthier digestive systems, this might not cause much trouble. But for seniors, who often already struggle with nutrient absorption, phytates can block the very minerals needed for strong bones, healthy muscles, and a sharp immune system. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high phytate diets reduced calcium absorption in older adults by up to 27%. That's a huge concern when bone density naturally declines with age, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. But there's another, often overlooked danger: sesame allergies. In fact, the FDA officially recognized sesame as the 9th major allergen in 2023 after a surge in reactions, many in adults over 50. And these reactions aren't always obvious. Instead of dramatic symptoms, seniors often experience vague issues: sinus congestion, rashes, fatigue, or digestive discomfort that no one thinks to link to sesame. Take Carol, a 71-year-old retired social worker from Florida. She came to us complaining of chronic bloating, itchy rashes on her arms, and nagging joint pain. She had already eliminated gluten, dairy, and even red meat with no improvement. After running allergy panels, we discovered a sesame sensitivity. The culprit: her daily hummus habit packed with tahini, which is ground sesame. We removed all sesame from her diet and replaced her healthy fats with avocado, walnuts, and a splash of olive oil. The result: within 2 weeks, her skin cleared up. By the 3rd week, her bloating disappeared, and her joint pain eased so much she said she felt like she got her life back. If you're over 60 and eating hummus, sesame oil, or those super seed crackers every day, be cautious. Too much sesame can silently deplete your minerals and overstimulate your immune system. Number 1, chia seeds. Yes, chia, the so-called superfood that everyone raves about. Influencers call it a miracle seed. Nutritionists praise its fiber and omega-3 content. But here's what they don't tell you. Chia can be dangerous if you eat it dry or don't prepare it properly, especially if you're over 60. Why chia expands dramatically when it touches water up to 12 times its weight? In a young, healthy digestive system, that's usually fine. But in older adults with slower gut motility, acid reflux, or narrowing in the esophagus, it can create a dangerous blockage. There are numerous medical reports of seniors experiencing choking, severe constipation, and even esophageal impaction after eating chia seeds dry or with very little liquid. In one case published in the Annals of Emergency Medicine, a 72-year-old man developed a complete esophageal blockage just 1 hour after swallowing a spoonful of chia with water. He thought it would clean him out. Instead, it nearly killed him. Let me tell you about Eleanor, a 75-year-old retired postal worker from Michigan. Her daughter gifted her a superfood wellness pack filled with powders. one of which was chia. Eleanor began sprinkling it over her cereal and stirring it into smoothies, but she never soaked it. Within days, she developed severe bloating, sharp stomach pains, and constipation so bad she couldn't go to the bathroom for nearly a week. By the time she came in, her belly was swollen, and she looked exhausted. We immediately stopped the chia, gave her a gentle laxative, and switched her to soaked flax seeds overnight. Within 3 days, she felt like herself again. We also taught her how to properly soak chia at least 30 minutes in plenty of water before eating. Chia isn't bad. It's rich in fiber, omega-3s, and antioxidants. But if you're over 60, never eat it dry or in powder form. Always soak it thoroughly and start with small amounts. Want a safer, easier seed for digestion? Wait until you see number 2 on our good seeds list. Now that you know which seeds might be silently harming your health, it's time to flip the script. Because the next 4 seeds aren't just safe, they can actually help repair the damage, support your heart, strengthen your bones, and give you back the energy you thought you'd lost. If you're over 60, these are the seeds you should be eating every single day. Let's start with number 4 on our list, and trust me, you probably already have it in your kitchen. Number 4, black sesame seeds. Wait, sesame seeds. After what we just talked about. Yes, but not the white, processed sesame you find on hamburger buns or in store-bought tahini. We're talking about black sesame seeds unhulled, unrefined, and completely different. Black sesame seeds are rich in lignans, powerful plant compounds that fight oxidative stress, the kind of cellular damage that accelerates aging in the brain and blood vessels. Unlike regular white sesame, which is often stripped of its shell and roasted in unhealthy oils, black sesame keeps its natural minerals and antioxidants intact. In traditional Eastern medicine, black sesame has been used for centuries in small, medicinal amounts to support memory, energy, and circulation. And now science is catching up. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that adults aged 65 to 78 who consumed just 2 teaspoons of black sesame daily for 60 days saw a 13% drop in systolic blood pressure and a 22% boost in memory recall scores. Take Walter, a 72-year-old retired accountant from North Carolina. He came to us feeling mentally foggy, often forgetting names and struggling with focus. His blood pressure was hovering around 145/90, and his doctor warned him that both his brain and heart health needed attention. Rather than jumping straight to medication, we added a simple morning ritual. 1 teaspoon of ground black sesame mixed with a little honey and warm water. Within a month, Walter noticed his memory improving. He joked that he could finally recall the names of his old colleagues, and his blood pressure dropped to 128/80 without any new prescriptions. Here's the key. It must be black sesame, not white, not heavily roasted, and it should be ground or soaked before eating. A small amount daily, as part of a balanced diet, can give your brain and blood vessels the support they need to stay sharp and strong. Number 3, flax seeds. Flax seeds don't get the spotlight. You won't see big ads for them on TV or influencers raving about them on social media. But for seniors, what these tiny seeds do inside the body is nothing short of remarkable. Flax seeds are one of the best plant-based sources of alpha-linolenic acid, a type of omega-3 fat that helps calm inflammation throughout the body. But the real superpower lies in their lignans plant compounds that act like natural estrogens, helping balance hormones, support digestion, and protect the heart. In a study published in Hypertension Research, 110 adults over age 70 with borderline blood pressure were followed for 6 months. Half were given a daily muffin containing 30 grams of ground flaxseed, while the others received a placebo muffin. The results were eye-opening. The flaxseed group saw their systolic blood pressure drop by 15 points, and their diastolic by 7 points, results comparable to some first-line blood pressure medications, but without side effects. We saw this firsthand with Harold, a 69-year-old retired firefighter from Illinois. He came to us frustrated with stubborn cholesterol, occasional constipation, and mild hypertension. His wife encouraged him to try adding ground flaxseed to his morning oatmeal. We started small, just 1 teaspoon, and slowly increased to 2. Within 3 weeks, Harold reported daily, easy bowel movements for the first time in years. Over 3 months, his total cholesterol dropped from 220 to 176, and his triglycerides fell by nearly 30%. He said his belly felt lighter after meals, and his blood pressure readings were consistently better at home. Here's the key. Flaxseed must be ground whole seeds passed through the body undigested. Grind it fresh at home or buy it pre-ground, and always store it in the fridge to keep its delicate oils from going rancid. Mix it into smoothies, yogurt, or oatmeal. But don't cook it. High heat reduces its potency. For seniors with stiff arteries, sluggish digestion, or rising cholesterol, flaxseed is a quiet daily habit with life-changing benefits. Number 2, pumpkin seeds. Also known as pepitas, pumpkin seeds are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth, yet they're often missing from senior diets. These small green seeds are packed with zinc, a mineral essential for immune function, wound healing, and muscle repair. Many older adults are deficient in zinc because stomach acid, which is needed for mineral absorption, naturally decreases with age. Low zinc means slower healing, more frequent infections, and muscle weakness that often gets blamed on just getting older. But that's not all. Pumpkin seeds are also rich in magnesium, a mineral involved in more than 300 processes in the body, especially muscle contraction and relaxation. When magnesium runs low, the result can be leg cramps, restless nights, and overall fatigue. Science backs this up. In a study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 76 adults, over 65, who struggled with leg cramps and poor sleep added 30 grams of pumpkin seeds to their diet daily. After just 4 weeks, 71% reported better sleep, and leg cramps dropped by nearly half. We saw similar results with Martha, a 74-year-old retired nurse from Texas. She came to us exhausted from restless legs, frequent nighttime wake-ups, and a strange tingling in her calves. She was already taking calcium and drinking plenty of water, but nothing helped. Testing revealed low magnesium and borderline zinc deficiency. Instead of adding more pills, we had her eat a small handful of lightly roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds every evening. Within 2 weeks, her leg cramps disappeared. After 1 month, she slept through the night for the first time in years. Martha even joked that her husband was sleeping better too, no more being woken up by her twitching legs. For seniors dealing with poor sleep, muscle cramps, or slow healing, pumpkin seeds are a simple, real food solution. Just 1 small handful a day can make a world of difference. No powders, no complicated supplements, just nature's own medicine. Number 1, hemp seeds. And finally, the number 1 seed every senior should consider eating daily: hemp seeds. These tiny, soft seeds come from the hemp plant, but don't worry, they contain absolutely 0 THC, so there's no psychoactive effect. What they do contain is one of the most perfectly balanced ratios of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids found in any whole food, and that balance is critical for older adults, especially those struggling with chronic inflammation, mental fog, or gradual muscle loss. But that's only part of the story. Hemp seeds are also a rare source of gamma-linolenic acid GLA, a unique anti-inflammatory compound that helps regulate hormones, ease joint discomfort, and support a healthy metabolism. They also provide complete plant protein, which is important for preserving muscle mass as we age. Science supports their benefits. In a study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Aging, adults aged 65 to 79 were given 30 grams of hemp seeds daily for 8 weeks. The results were remarkable: a 36% reduction in C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation, a 19% boost in HDL, the good cholesterol, and improved grip strength in 72% of participants. Those changes don't just look good on paper, they translate into more energy, less pain, and a stronger body. Take Dolores, a 76-year-old retired librarian from Oregon. She had been relying on a cane because of painful arthritis in both knees. She'd tried medications, ointments, and joint supplements, but nothing provided lasting relief. After reviewing her labs and finding signs of low-grade inflammation, We recommended a simple change: 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds blended into her morning smoothie, paired with light daily walking. The results were inspiring. By week 3, Dolores reported less stiffness and less pain getting out of bed. By week 6, she was walking without her cane most days. And by 2 months, her swelling had decreased so much that she could kneel in her garden, something she hadn't been able to do in years. Hemp seeds are soft, buttery, and easy to digest. They require no soaking, no grinding, and can be sprinkled on yogurt, blended into smoothies, or added to soups for seniors dealing with aching joints, fatigue, or mental fog. 3 tablespoons a day may be one of the simplest, safest, and most effective habits for restoring energy, mobility, and overall vitality. So now you know the 4 seeds that could be silently hurting you, and the 4 that can truly support your health after 60. Remember, this isn't about giving up all seeds or fearing food. It's about making smarter choices for the body you have today. The right seeds can reduce inflammation, protect your heart, strengthen your bones, and even bring back the energy and clarity you thought you'd lost. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these seeds do you eat regularly? Have you noticed changes in your joints, digestion, or energy? Or which one are you planning to add first? Share your experience in the comments. We read every single one and love learning from your stories. And if this video helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next tips on staying strong, sharp, and full of life after 60. And share this video with someone you care about, because the right information at the right time can change a life. After 60, health isn't just important, it's the foundation for everything: your independence, your happiness, your future. Thank you for watching, and here's to living longer, stronger, and healthier, one simple change at a time.